Today we're going to be playing Can You Survive Star Wars? And this is a very general title. We're doing this because we watched Mandalorian and thought, hey, could we survive this world? Now, I don't even know where to start in terms of world building.
The Lucas verse.
So I just asked ChatGPT how you would survive Star Wars. And it came up with some interesting questions and answers.
Oh.
So today I'm going to test you in them and see if you can absolutely, definitely, probably not survive in this universe, because this Star Wars universe is one of the universes you actually don't have a lot of knowledge in.
Yeah, sure.
Well, compared to like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter.
Sure.
Okay, let's get started. In a galaxy far, far away, you were raised to be a rebel, joining the Rebel Alliance, and you're on the run because your planet has been invaded by the Empire. Now, to hide from the Empire, which planet do you choose? Number 1, Tatooine. Number 2, Hoth. Number 3, Coruscant. And number 4, Naboo.
Tatooine. No?
Apparently, according to the AI, Hoth is the right answer because it's a remote and uninhabited island, making it an ideal hiding spot for rebels.
Okay, so AI only focused on surviving from the rebels. If it's uninhabited, there's a reason why it's uninhabited. It usually contains even bigger monsters. Do I have any fighting power to fight off these monsters? Do I have a gigantic cannon?
Well, you are part of the Rebel Alliance, so you must have at least
So I basically
a
have
spaceship.
nothing. I have a broken down X-Wing
Yeah, that's-
and a single pistol. That's all I have. As long as I'm not wasting the fuel with the hyper jump, just staying in this ship in the middle of nowhere should keep me alive much longer. Like, how are you gonna find me? It's a big space. There's more empty space than there are planets.
You know, that's a good point. How the way empires end up finding you is you go to civilization, which is like conquered by the Empire.
Yeah. Okay, I got one wrong. So I have like 3 lives, the old style.
Yeah, sure. There's only 5 questions, but let's say you have 3 lives. So you've settled down on Tatooine, and slowly,
I befriend the Sen people and be accepted as part of their tribe, like Boba Fett.
as you travel around the planet, you stumble upon a lightsaber. Now, what do you do with it? Do you keep it for yourself? Do you sell it to the highest bidder, return it to the Jedi Order, or give it to the Sith?
I hold it and see if I feel anything. Do I feel the Force? Can I lift stuff up?
Are there music starting to play in the background?
Yeah. Is it orchestra? Do I hear orchestra?
Grab the lightsaber, hoping to feel something, hoping that you're the chosen one, but nope, you feel absolutely nothing.
Yeah, screw Jedi. I'll rather be Mandalorian.
Mandalorian was so good.
I love any fictional tribe that are creedal and not political.
Oh yeah, this is the way. So what do? You're gonna...
I mean, it's a good tool. It can cut through practically almost anything. It's an infinite energy source, right? Like, it doesn't go out. It's from some sort of crystal.
Yeah.
But if I keep it and somebody finds me, if a Jedi finds me carrying this stuff, they won't kill me as long as I don't resist. But then again, they kidnap kids.
I don't understand how this is a hard decision for you. It's just like so obvious. Hey, you should probably, give it to the Jedi Order.
Yeah, but I've seen the other movies. Nobody to trust.
From where I stand, you're the evil ones.
I keep it.
Okay. You should probably have returned it to the Jedi Order, because without proper training, it can be very dangerous.
I mean, I'm not gonna swing it around and use it. I'm just gonna, cut through stuff, start a fire.
Start a fire.
I mean, the desert can be cold, so I'm gonna just maybe some worms.
It's gonna be the shittiest way, the crappiest way of using a lightsaber. You go to the cantina, and a bounty hunter starts causing trouble.
And I quietly walk away.
All right, you run away and hide, which is what you should do. And you travel through space on your ship, and it starts to be attacked. What is your plan of attack?
Am I riding an X-Wing?
Yeah.
I don't know how much fuel I have, but I use hyper jump to escape. Actually, are we talking about the sequels? Because apparently,
Yeah.
the laws of hyper jump no longer matters, and I can just direct my hyper jump through their mothership and just destroy everything.
So what is up with that? Like, that's gotta be the most powerful kamikaze weapon known to anyone.
Why didn't they build the missile that initiates into hyper jump?
Right? That would be crazy. Or is it too expensive?
Every ship can hyper jump.
That's also
All
true.
you need is just program a willing kamikaze droid to ride it.
The most recent Star Wars trilogy, in one of the movies, they hyper jump through the enemy's battleship, and it works, and it destroys them completely.
Which makes it not really hyper jump.
It completely decimates them, and it's like this last resort. And I'm thinking, why don't they just do that for every single ship? Because every single ship can do it.
Why didn't you use that on a Death Star?
Right? Like, it makes it so simple.
Like, Death Star is no longer a threat. threat. It's just a gigantic target.
Not to even begin to start talking about what that would imply for even just a commerce ship. Pirate ships would no longer, it's basically who has the bigger balls, right?
Yeah.
Like who cares about their lives the least is how it goes. And if I were in the Star Wars universe in a Rebel Alliance, I would just order really tiny ships for like really tiny people and just have them as my missiles instead of actual
just
missiles.
aim at the Empire
Yeah,
planets.
and you don't even have to suicide. You just press a button, get out of the ship, and there you go.
Bing, bam, boom. And I do that. Does that work though? My hyperjump crash.
Through them, you'd be dead.
Why? I'd be in hyperspace.
You'd be hyper dead. Also, I don't know if this is canon, but in Mandalorian Season 3, when they're hyper jumping, they see whales. Are they hyper whales?
Like space whales?
And does that mean they speed at the speed of hyperspace? Or is a hyperspace another dimension that they go through in order for the whales to exist there? Because if the whales are actually traveling that fast, imagine the things they would crash into. Right?
When they hyperjump into that light tunnel, I think that's like a higher dimension or something. The whole concept of that sort of travel being possible is that the fabric of space and reality can be folded where you jump from one point to another.
Okay, well then that makes that trilogy scene even make less sense where they...
Precisely.
I don't understand.
That's why everybody hates it.
I liked it. Like the first one was really good. Like I remember watching it and just being like, oh my god, this is gonna be amazing trilogy.
I don't know. It lacked lightsaber duels.
If you could join a sect, would it be Sith, Jedis, or the Mandalorians? I already know the answer for that. Let's talk about Mandalorians
This
for the
is
rest
the
of the
way.
episode. If I had a Grogu, like nothing else would matter.
Remember that scene where he had droid suit now and keeps saying yes?
Oh yeah, yes. Wait, how old do you have to be able to join the Mandalorian? Like, do you have to be a kid?
No, you just have to be able to speak the creed.
You just swear the creed, right? But does it matter? Like, you have to be a foundling to join the creed. You can't just like be a middle-aged man and say you want to join.
You can't?
Because you have to learn their ways as a child. You can't have your own.
I can learn.
You're either born as a Mandalorian or you have to be brought into the tribe at a very young age.
I'm young. Hey, Grogu was like 80.
That's true. But is Grogu technically old? You don't call a 13-year-old dog a young dog. It's an old dog.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense, and I hate that. But that way, I can't join neither Sith or Jedi because I don't have Force. If I can wield the Force, I think Mandalorians are gonna like me.
Yeah, but the whole point of Mandalorian is they don't care about whether you're an ass or not. They only care if you follow the creed.
See, I don't have enough knowledge to argue that part.
Right? That's the thing. We don't know much about Star Wars. We just really enjoyed Mandalorian. And we're like, hey, we should totally make a Can You Survive Star Wars episode. And then had no like follow-up questions.
If I have the choice to join one of the three, Mandalorian definitely. Even if I have the Force.
Yeah. Same. Just because it's so cool.
Yeah.
But realistically, I feel like I would fit in with the Siths the most. I'm part of the program. I have a nice house. I don't have to run away everywhere.
I mean, I don't like being told what to do.
I like being told what to do. I actually enjoy somewhat of a order, but also like the fact that if you're employed, you could probably get killed by your superiors and no one would bat an eye. Like imagine if you worked under Darth Vader.
And you slip and fall.
Right? By the way, you can't even start to begin to try to reason with a guy like Darth Vader because he literally killed children. Like it's...
If you look at the movie, you can see how he has like a prevailing attraction to Luke, even as they fight.
Yeah, but that's his son.
Yeah, so what you do is that you pretend to be his son. You call yourself Skywalker.
That's how you get arrested immediately. This is not going to be a good video.
No,
There's no surviving.
Do we have a structured video right now?
It's definitely went sideways real quick.
It's like 40 minutes of nonsense.
Can we even say, can you survive? Should we just say Star Wars rant?
Just say, can you, as in the audience, survive a Star Wars rant? If they made it to this part, then they have.
Oh, okay.
So thumbs up to you guys. Good job.
All right, whatever.
This is the way.
This is the way.